It's time now for the Peter Channel morning news for this Wednesday morning, December 31st, 2014. Welcome to Wednesday morning, December 31st, 2014. Here are your news headlines here on this Wednesday morning, New Year's Eve, 2014. And our top story here at 8:47 here is in Beijing, where fierce winds and storm tossed seas off Indonesia. Limited search missions Wednesday seeking to recover more bodies from the Air Asia crash and pinpoint the underwater wreckage of the jet that went down with 162 people aboard. In United Nations, the Security Council rejected a Palestinian resolution demanding an end to Israeli occupation within 3 years. Tuesday, a blow to Arab campaign to get the UN. Leila Alcon, 17 at Kings Mills, Ohio, was struck and killed by a tractor trailer on I-71 about 2:30 a.m. on Sunday, according to local media. The director J.C. Chandler took a rare pause from speaking as we call the time before his recent burst of filmmaking when his life was beset by uncertainty. Mars rover Opportunity, which has been explored in the Red Planet for more than 10 years, has suffered from memory problems, NASA said. At Nazareth Academy and Catholic High School just outside of Chicago, a full quarter of the 78 students went out with a flu in early December, along with more than a dozen teachers. Calling it a tragic day for Edmonton, Police Chief Rod Nett has listed 8 victims in the city's worst ever mass murder: 4 women, 2 men, 2 children under age 10, and 1 other boy and another girl. The conviction of Putin critic Alexei Navalny brought thousands of protesters on the street in what has been described as one of Russia's boldest anti-government demonstrations in years. In Sana'a, Yemen, a suicide bomber blew himself up at a gathering for Shiite rebels in Wednesday, killing at least 18 people in Yemen's southern city of Ibn, town officials said. In Moscow, Russian President Vladimir Putin said in a televised New Year's address on Wednesday that the return home of Ukraine's Crimea Peninsula to Moscow control would remain a very important epoch in Russia's history. New Year's Eve will be celebrated around the world today, as in Sydney Day on what got the party started with spectacular fireworks over the harbor. In East Columbus, Columbus police in Ohio plan to resume the search Wednesday morning for a missing toddler who was now presumed dead. In New York, the rift between Mayor Bill de Blasio and police union leaders remains after the two sides met privately for more than 2 hours on Tuesday, according to Amy tensions that will need to be mended with rank and file officers. In Washington, the number of Americans filing new claims to unemployment benefits rose more than expected last week, but not enough to change views of a sustained strength in the labor market. Public supermarkets and corporate plans offer legally married gay and lesbian couples health insurance covered for their spouse beginning on January 1st. In stock market, Dow Jones 17,983.07 down 55.16, S&P 500 2080.35 down 10.22, and Nasdaq 4777.44 down 29.47. In Los Angeles, it was 3 days before Thanksgiving, the beginning of a quiet week for Sony Pictures, but Michael Linton, the studio's chief executive, was nevertheless driving his Volkswagen GTI towards Sony's line about 6 a.m. Samsung revealed today that the ATIV 17, a new all-in-one desktop with a curved screen in its new design ATIV Book 9. In Los Angeles, the upcoming installment of the Star Wars franchise tops moviegoers' list of the most anticipated films in 2015. Tickets sell Fandango said on Tuesday that in what Hollywood watchers were expected to be a better box office year for studios. Over the past 20 years, North America's population of monarch butterflies has declined by a catastrophic 90%, a plight that may be caused by pesticides and loss of what's vast areas of whale milkweed that the creature's food source. Scientists suggest that the Venus may have been once had oceans of carbon dioxide. About 96.5% of the atmosphere of Venus is made of CO2. And a native family for the Scottish nurse Pauline Kafke, who is being treated in London's Royal Free Hospital for Ebola, as Mrs. Kafke is working at a Save the Children Specialist Ebola Hospital in Sierra Leone in November. In Monrovia, Liberia's government has suspended for one night a curfew imposed to curb the spread of Ebola so that the New Year's Eve church services can go ahead. Deputy Information Minister Isaac Jackson said, "If you were born after 1942, you are more vulnerable to a gene variant that is linked to obesity than what a new study from Harvard Medical School seems to suggest." Alright, take a look at sports news here. The NHL Winter Classic is one of the coolest events in sports. But let's be honest, unless you're a hardcore NHL fan, you will probably start watching hockey sometime around this point into this year. With college football, why did it close the NFL and do the playoff both as Winter Classic of 2015 will begin tomorrow down in DC with the Washington Capitals take on the Chicago Blackhawks. In Atlanta, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been hit hard the past week by injury, but took another blow to the with Kevin Love joining the ranks today. Today, the Boston Celtics will take on the Sacramento Kings at the afternoon by today at the TD Garden at 1 o'clock. While the 7 o'clock Wizards will play tonight, Captain Garden, taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Game time, 7 o'clock. Peter Chell News Times now, 8:52. Take a look at the traffic situation. It's smooth sailing on highways, byways, and New England there. And we got one accident here. It is on the Southeast Expressway at the southbound side around Boston. So expect delays. But otherwise, a smooth sail community here on this New Year's Eve morning here. Peter Chell News Time, 8:53 here. And it is time now for a weather report here. And it is a chilly start to your morning here. Today, sun's got to have about 30 degrees. West wind about 7 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, Podcast got a low about 17 degrees. Southwest wind about 6 miles per hour. New Year's Day, sun's got about 32 degrees. Southwest wind about 7 to 11 miles per hour. Wind gusts high about 30 miles per hour. Thursday, Podcast got a low about 21 degrees. Southwest wind about 6 to 9 miles per hour. Friday, most of the sun's got about 37 degrees. West wind about 7 to 11 miles per hour. Friday, Podcast got a low about 25 degrees. For Saturday, Port sun's got about 36 degrees. Saturday night, rain, snow, and sleep low about 29 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 80%. For Sunday, rain 49 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 80%. Saturday night, chance of showers. Most skies got low about 24 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. For Monday, most of Sunday, most of the skies got about 31, low about 17 degrees. For Tuesday, Port skies got about 29 degrees. North temperature setting at 15 degrees with overcast skies. And that is going to be it for the Period Chill Morning News on December 31st, 2014 on Wednesday. P.O. have a good day. What a good bad day. And I'll see you for an 11 a.m. report. Have a good day.